Hello everyone. Hi Pam. Hi Joyce. Nice to see you here. Hello everyone. Hi Pam. Hi Joyce. Hi Michelle. Nice to see you here. Hi Lizzie. Hi Sonia. Nice to see you here. Hello everyone. Hi Pam. Hi Joyce. Hi Michelle. Nice to see you here. Hi Lizzie. Hi Sonia. Can you hear me okay? So glad you like it, Michelle. Hi Kimmy. Welcome. Hi Vanessa. Hi Paula. Okay, today we're going to do the sky and the hand. And then the whole image will be complete. I've decided to go with a more greener tinge in the background to complement the hair color. But it's all up to you. But as soon as we do the sky, I will explain to you how you can change the colors to maybe be purples or blues. It doesn't necessarily have to be the greenish tinge. Hi Dee, welcome. Hi Anne. Okay, so I will be explaining how to create the shadows on the fingers and how to treat your hands, because I find that lots of people actually neglect coloring the hands because maybe they're not sure about how the forms go. But let me just zoom in a bit to get you guys closer. Hi Mom, welcome. Hi Bertha, nice to see you here, cuz. Okay, I've taken out all the colors that I've posted on Friends Who Color and Color My Dreams in the event. So you are welcome to go and have a look. If you want to use polychromas, please feel free to do so. I tried to match the colors to the prismas and everything that I've used. Hi Mandy. Hi Paula. Welcome. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start with the hand. And we are going to go in, start with the chartreuse PC989. I'm going to give the hand a green underlayer again. because we want it to be bright. So as soon as you want your colors to be brighter because of the sunlight, I normally put a green undertinge to it. Hi, H. Wilson. Thank you so much. Welcome. Because you want the skin to glow. Let me just see if I can zoom in a little bit more. Next, I'm going with the grey-green light, a PC289. Now we're just going to do the highlights. We want the highlight on top of the finger here, the creases of the finger, and also remember the finger is round. So even though there is a shadow being casted onto the bottom finger, you still need to create the shape. So it's not just about creating the shape, you must also think about where your light is coming from. So this makes it a little bit more interesting. And because we've decided that the light is coming from this side, you will always see the lighter sides on all the objects will be on the left hand side. The thumb is just as important as the fingers. So, hi Natalie, so nice to see you here. Oh, I'm excited, Amy. Can't wait to see what you do with it. Next, I'm going to use Caribbean Sea, PC1103. So remember your light is coming from the left hand side. So you need to have the part of the fingers in shadow area. So that's why I'm adding blue to my shadow area on the fingers. And then in the shadow area, and remember I said the fingers are rounded. So there will be a little bit of light that will be reflected from the bottom finger. So you put your shadow in the middle of the finger. not in the middle, more towards the bottom, but there's still a little bit of space to do your highlight. Yes, Mandy, that the blue just cools the shadow down completely. So with doing blue in the underlayer where you put your shadows, it dimps the color that you add to it. So that will make it easier to give you the immediate shadow area. Remember, I was talking about shadows in shadow areas. Next is Light Aqua PC922. It was the grey-green light that I've used, Mandy. It was PC289. Now we need to brighten it up a bit where the sun reflection will fall onto the hand. So now I'm going to use the canary yellow PC916. So now you put the yellow where the sun will catch the fingers. You're welcome, Mandy. Please feel free to ask questions. Next is yellowed orange PC1002. So you'll see as soon as you cover some of the Caribbean blue, you will already start getting the brown tinge on the fingers. Hi, Rai. Welcome. So nice to see you here. Next is Nectar PC1092. So now we're starting with your more traditional skin tone colors. I've cut her knuckles off when I drew her, but you still need to accentuate where the knuckles will be. So there's certain parts that will be darker. If you look at your hand, there's a little bone, a cartilage coming down into the finger. So you need to show where that is. Hi Kenny, welcome. So nice to see you here. Next is burnt ochre PC943. Now I'm darkening all the shadow areas. Now we just build up the layers till you get back to your skin tone colors. Now the top finger will cast a shadow onto the second finger. So I'm just putting in the shadow. Next is blush pink PC928. Because she's a redhead, she will have a little bit more pink to her skin tone than what normal people will have. Hi Nana, nice to see you here. Welcome. Next is henna PC1031. Next up, light amber, PC941. And that was just my dog. Sherry, I've got a Jack Russell, but he thinks he's a human being. It's really funny. Doesn't leave me alone for a second. A beige sienna, PC1080. Now I'm just adding beige sienna to where I've spoken about the highlighted area underneath the finger before you get the shadow area. Yes, a lot of energy, Pam. A lot of energy. Hi, Rain. Nice to see you. Welcome. Next is cream PC914. Now I'm just accentuating the highlights where the sun will fall onto the fingers and give the knuckles a little bit of a highlight because they stand out more. Next is chocolate, PC1082. So now I'm darkening the shadows. Hi Michelle, welcome. Nice to see you here. Next, I'm using a mineral orange PC1033. Now we need to warm up the skin tone again. Have all of you started your pages? Yes, no, I've seen some amazing ones. They really look remarkable. I love seeing the different versions of the one page. It's amazing how little things can change the whole look. Yes, the Viking is a single page. Oh, awesome, Kat. I can't wait to see the story. Next is Black Raspberry PC1095. What would your people like me to do a tutorial on for next week? I will be doing separate ones for my patrons, and I thought let me see what you guys, because we've finished this whole page, what would you guys be interested to see? Next is henna PC1031. Oh, curly hair. Yes, that's a nice one, Sonia. I see there's lots of people doing Victorian pages at the moment, so curly hair would be a nice one. Chinese school. Oh, yes. Fairy wings. Fairy wings is also a nice one, Pam. Is there echo, Sherry? Oh, yes, Natalie, that's a nice one. Smoke trails. Let me see if I can sort it out. Is it better now? Next is grey green light, PC289. Is it better now, Kenny and Sherry? Michelle, there's a tutorial on the metal here on the YouTube. There's one separate for the metals that I've done on this page. Oh, crystals is also a nice one. Now I'm just bringing back some of the highlights. Yes, crystals is also a nice one. People use them quite often. Next is nectar, PC1092. Are you talking about the water one, Michelle? I think I might do a tutorial on that underwater face of mine at a later stage. Yes, lace is a very nice one to do as well. Yeah, people love drawing lace and satin for the Victorian pages because that just gives the whole feel of the dresses. So it would be good to do a tutorial in those. Next is Caribbean Sea PC1103. I'm glad you would like the underwater one, H. Wilson. Now we need to tone down the shadow area of the hand. So the part of the hand that's in the shadow area, we need to just tone down a little bit. So I'm adding blue to that whole section. Michelle, there's a Spooktober event, which is very exciting, and that will be part of the Halloween event, or I would say it would be as good as Halloween event, and I'm sure that there will be a steampunk one after that. Hi Agnieszka, welcome, so glad to see you here. I love using my Prismas, but I do have polychromos as well that I will use for some of the tutorials. And I know lots of people don't like coloring water, but we can also always change that because I love drawing water things and working with water images. Next is Eggshell PC 140. Hi Jonah, welcome. So nice to see you here. Hi Margriet, welcome and nice to see you here. Next is Mineral Orange PC 1033. Next up is 70% French Grey PC1074. Kenny, I'm sure we can teach you. It's just metal things. I love doing steampunk ones. Now I'm just enhancing the shadow, and you see in the shadow areas, I'm adding gray, and that is just to show you the shadow in the shadow area in the cooler part of the hat. So now I'm just adding the shadow that the top finger will cast on the one below. And there's a shape on this one, and there's another shape on this one. Yes, Michelle, I'm sure I will be doing another steampunk one for steampunk. Not for this month, but for the next steampunk event. I'm going to use light amber PC941 to add the little freckles again onto the fingers. Oh, I just made one too dark. I'm using cream PC914. I'm just taking that one out. I'm back to the light amber PC941 again. Yes, Kat, I completely agree with you, Anishka. Um, the pencils differs completely, and the way you use them and the pressure that you would apply. So it's definitely so true. It's good to use different pencils. I just like how forgiving the Prismas are, because you can get a flat surface by doing lots of layers, and then you also you if you go and put something that you don't want anymore, you just put a lighter color over it, and that's the only reason why I like them. Next is Poppy Red PC922. So here by the knuckles, you must put a little bit of red tinge because she's clasping so hard onto her sword. So I've got a little bit of red here, and where the sun shines onto the thumb. Next is eggshell PC140 again. We're just tidying up the highlights. Yes, but here in South Africa, the Prismas are more expensive than the polychromos, unfortunately. But I still like them. Next is sky blue light. It's PC1086. And that's it for the hand. Now we're going to move over. I'm just getting the sky colors quickly. Yeah, here in South Africa we can only buy Prismas via Amazon, and your delivery charge is almost as much as the pencils. And then there's only one place that sells them as open stock, which is very expensive. But the Faber-Castell's polychromos we can get at lots of shops. So it's more competitive. So I think that's what's making it a little bit less expensive. Thank you, Nana. We're going to do the background now. Yes, but that will work out much cheaper. When you come and visit or I go and visit, we buy each other a set. I've zoomed out, so I think this is a little bit better. Okay, first of all, we're going to start with mineral orange, PC1033. You'll see that I've decided when you look at this image, I've decided that there's darker clouds here at the bottom so that the lighter areas will stand out more. I've added some clouds here and here just to give some interest in the background, but not too many, because I didn't want the background to attract too much attention away from the front figure. But it's really up to you. If you would like to do lots of clouds, it's really up to you. You can. And I'll show you how the light will play on the clouds. But again, you can choose your own colors, purples, blues, any of those colors. And remember to also add your KDM. Let me just zoom in a little bit more again. I think I'm a little bit too far away. That's it. Hi Loretta, welcome. So nice to see you here. I find, Michelle, what I find with polychromos is that it colors hair beautifully because you get that distinctive strands when coloring with a harder pencil. So in cases of hair, I would say that your Faber-Castell Polychromos is a really good pencil to use. And also on fine details. And I think also for lace, that would also be a good one to use. So maybe we must do lace and hair with Faber-Castell Polychroma pencils as a tutorial. Next is cadmium orange hue PC118. So now I'm just blending orange over and a little bit further away. And remember to go in between the hair, the spaces that you have open. Next is yellowed orange PC1002. Jonah, my first set of pencils was also Polychromos Faber-Castell. My first big set. My mom got for me from Australia. Before then, I used Cooline's, which you can buy in any shop, any stationery shop in South Africa. And the colines are really inexpensive here. Now I'm carrying this yellowed orange far up so that we can get the light that it's creating, the warmness of the sunset. Okay, now I'm going to add the clouds where I want it to be. But you can do it wherever you feel comfortable, where your clouds must go. So I'm drawing with my eggshell, PC140. So first of all, I'm just doing the light area. And it doesn't have to be that exact. You can do it wherever you feel like putting them. Michelle, I've never experienced the wax bloom with the Prismas, and as you know, I use lots of layers. So, um, not as far as I know, but some people did say that they get wax bloom with the Prismas. So sorry to hear that, Nana. I've also heard the black widows are great, but we can't get them in South Africa. Next up is the grey green light PC289. Now I'm just adding a little bit of light. No, Sonia, I haven't experienced it with the Prismas, not yet. I also think maybe it depends on the paper because I'm using Strathmore and it can take quite a lot of pencil. Next is salmon pink, PC1001. Now, here I've just put the light section of the clouds. The one here in the back has got a darker rim, so it's not the same light as the ones in the front that catches more sunlight. So it's more of a darker color. So I'm going to use my salmon pink as my light color. Next is beige sienna, PC1080. Now you'll see that I'm also adding a little bit of darkness on the outer rim of the cloud. That will just make it stand out a little bit more from the background. Okay, next up is blush pink, PC928. I'm adding a little bit of pink to my orange so that it can shade better into the warmer top colors. Yes, Nana, the sunsets here is amazing. Next is canary yellow, PC916. So now I'm just adding a little bit of warmth to the cloud on the one side and here on the top side, and on the back one and the front side. So the sun will cast. The yellow in the front ones is like a mid-tone, where in the back it will be my highlight. Next is burnt ochre, PC943. Oh, thank you, Sonia. Next up is SAP Greenlight PC120. So I've decided to do mine a greenish tone to complement the red in the hair. But if you want yours to be more purpley or blue, this is the color that you will change. Because the purple will complement all the yellows, so that will also be a good color, and blues will also pick up on the oranges, so that will also be a good color to choose. So you can choose from green, blue or purple, and they will all work perfectly fine for the sunset. So it's really up to you. Next, I'm going to use lavender, PC934. I'm adding a little bit of purple in this darker cloud here in the back. Hi Jennifer, welcome, so nice to see you here. And also in the background here, you'll see that it changed to a more bluey green. I've got so many lights on here, you can't really see the colors. Next up is Nectar PC1092. I would like to darken this bottom section, so now I'm going to use Periwinkle PC1025. So just here right at the bottom, I'll go over it with green again, but I need it to be a little bit darker here. And next, Caribbean Sea PC 1103. So now I'm just blending the periwinkle in a little bit. Next is sap green again, PC120. So now I'm just adding the green over all the blues that I've just added to get a darker shade of the same green. Oh, bye-bye, Shell. Thank you so much for being here. It was nice having you. I really appreciate that you came out. Next is 70% French Grey, PC1074. So now I'm just darkening the inside of the cloud and the top of this one here a little bit, and in this section. But it's not cast in stone. You can play around and have some fun. Next is dark amber, PC947. And look at some photographs. You'll get inspired by some sunsets, and it will be lovely to see what you guys come up with. This one is burnt ochre, PC943. So now I'm just going around all the dark spots and over them. Next is mineral orange, PC1033. Now I'm just going over the green, this whole section. And again, sap green, PC120, just to blend it in a bit. Because I like the clouds to be soft on this image. But it's up to you. You can give them more definition, less definition. It's really up to you. Play around and have some fun. Next is yellowed orange, PC1002. Now I'm just really brightening it up again, going all over everything. Next is cadmium orange hue, PC118. Now I'm just giving a little bit of a cloud in a darker color here. at the bottom, just to create a little bit of interest. Next is beige sienna, PC1080. And again, I'm just adding it to this cloud that I've just added, or stripe, just for the interest here at the bottom. Next is eggshell, PC140. Blend in some of the colors here. Next is canary yellow, PC916. Just a little bit of yellow here at the bottom. And then the one section. And then grey green light, PC289. Just in the middle, not on the edge of the yellow, more towards the inside. So that you still have a bright yellow rim of where the sun will catch the cloud. And I think I want this side to be a slightly darker. So 70% French grey, PC1074. I'm just adding a little bit of darkness to my more greeny side. Just to tone down the green a little bit. Oh yes, Kenny, I saw Belinda's page. It's absolutely stunning with all the copper and gold colors. It's really stunning. Next up is your orange, mineral orange, PC1033. Then right here at the bottom, I would like it slightly darker still. So I'm going to go burnt ochre, PC943. Just to give it a little bit more definition away from the lights, like the fur and stuff. So if you darken it right here at the bottom, your fur and things will stand out a little bit more. And that's it. Well, I just need to blend in a little bit with sap green, PC120, those darker grays that we've added here. Let me just zoom out. This is it for tonight. So we've done our sunset with some clouds. Thank you all for being here and attending the stream. So the whole image is complete now. I hope to see you again next week, Wednesday. Next week, Wednesday, we will be doing a new tutorial. I'll see what it will be. And to my patrons, I'll be seeing you all before then for some more tutorials on lips and black hair, which is coming up. And another skin tone that I have for the patrons of how the light affects the shadows on the skin tone itself. And let's do one last page giveaway on this page. So you can all choose a number between 1 and 100. Thank you all so much. So you can choose your number between 1 and 100. And you might get the new page that's going into Etsy, or you can choose anything from the Etsy store if you don't have everything, or all the pages as yet. Bye, Sonia. Nice seeing you. See you next week. Okay, has everybody chosen their numbers? Okay. And the lucky number is 42. Who's the lucky winner? You guys must please, mods, please help me check who's closest to 42. Congratulations, Anne. You won a page from our Etsy store. You can choose anything you like. And Anne, please PM me or email me, and then I can email it to you. And thank you everyone for being here. See you all next week. Thank you for my mods, Bertha, Mom, and Natalie. Thank you so much for helping me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll let you all know what the stream will be about. So I hope to see you here. I'll post on my group and uh, also put a small banner up. Good night, everyone. For me, it's good night. Have a wonderful day for those of you that is still in daytime. Michelle, I'll keep you posted. I will post it on Patreon, the streams and when it will be for all the patrons. Bye, everyone.